everybody, it's Ms. Toombs again, and I'm going to explain what Mrs. Delicazada and I would like you to do with this activity and how to work these slides. We're going to be making bar graphs. We're going to be making vertical bar graphs, so the bars that go up and down, and we're also going to make horizontal bar graphs so that we can see the bars going sideways. Okay, let's start with a vertical example first. So we're giving you a table with some information. It looks like it shows the favorite berries of some third grade students at Woodside Elementary School. And it looks like we can see how many students liked each type of berry. We're going to be taking this information and putting it into a bar graph on this chart right here, a vertical one. We know it's vertical because the numbers are on the side here, which means that we're going to be building our bars up. Okay? We can see that the berries are at the bottom. The first thing that we're going to need to do to make a bar graph is we have to include the title and the labels for the graph. That's why you can see these question marks in these three spots. Let's think of a title for this graph. The title of the graph should really tell about what the graph is all about. So this graph is about favorite berries. So I might say favorite berries. All right. And now I have to tell what these numbers on the sides mean. Let me think. These numbers mean the number of students that like berries. It's not the number of berries they like, it's the number of students. And I know that because right over here in the chart, I can see that 19 students like berries. It's not that there's one student who likes 19 strawberries, okay? So just make sure you're thinking about what these numbers mean. So I'm going to go ahead and label these numbers. These are the number of students. Great. And then I'm going to label the bottom graph as well. Erase that question mark. The bottom graph was pretty easy for me because I can see that these are the types of berries. All right, now that I've got my title and my labels on my graph, I'm ready to input the data. So I'm ready to take these numbers and show them using bars on my bar graph. I'm going to choose a different color for each berry. So I'm going to choose blue for strawberry, that right here. And then I'm going to read how many students like strawberry. And I can see that 19 students like strawberries. So as I'm going up the side, I'm noticing that my scale of the graph is going up by 2. It's counting up by 2s. So I don't see the number 19, but I know that I can see the number 18 and the number 20. And I know that the number 19 is going to be right in the middle of those. So that's where I'm headed. Here I go with my graph. I'm dragging it all the way up to number 19. Okay, I've finished strawberry. Make sure that your bar is touching that bottom line 0 because we don't want to start our bar at 1 or 2. It's going to mess up our data. I'm going to finish this graph with you, and then I'm going to leave the other 3 graphs on this slide blank so that you can finish those graphs. But this one will be left for you as an example so you can look back and check and make sure that you're doing the next 3 correctly. Let's look at blueberries. 16 kids like blueberries. Let's take orange for blueberry. I'm going to move it right up to the bottom line above blueberry. And I'm going to go up to 16. And that's great because I can see the number 16 labeled clearly here. Perfect. Double check that that says 16. Yep, looks good. I'm going to do blackberry next. 9 kids like blackberry. So bring up my bar. Place it right on top of blackberry, and I'm looking for 9. Again, there's no 9. So I'm going to be looking at the bar or the line in between 8 and 10. Here we go. There we go, and I think that's 9. I'm just going to follow it across. Yes. And the last one is raspberry, and raspberry had 13 students. So I'm going to continue this right up to number 13. Again, it's a line that's in between 2 numbers, 12 and 14. Just double check. And I finished my graph. I hope you guys have a lot of fun with this